Thank you so much. Good morning. It has been reported that a quorum do exist for the Special Select Committee to commence business. Can we quickly look at the agenda for today? We adopt it as it is, or if there is any amendment to be made?
Yeah, I move that we adopt the agenda as it is.
Any seconder? All right. It has been moved and seconded that we adopt the agenda as it is. Thank you. Welcome, honorable members, council and team, our distinguished media personnel, and of course, our witness for today, Mr. Jagne. Good. I will hand over to council, but just to remind you, you are still on the oath from your last appearance, and we will proceed with you from where we stop. Council, over to you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Welcome back, Sergeant. I almost recognize you. It seems like today you've come with a different appearance, huh? You are civilian today. Just put on your mic and straight into business. All right, just a refresher from the last session we had.
Okay.
Our discussions took us to an interaction that you had with one Mr. Mfamara Sediba, and that interaction was not only with Mr. Mfamara Sediba rather, but with several other persons, including one Mr. Siaka Jagne, who was in custody and control of the MSA. He was also a mechanic. Now, I had confronted you with a letter which you had stated that you could not read, and I proceeded to read it for you. And the contents of that letter were basically that when Mfamara Sediba and his team, which included Mr. Siaka Jagne, went to the MSA, they found yourself and one Mr. Lamin Suso in control of MSA. From that perspective, you had assigned control for yourself. You were not assigned to the MSA, as you had told this committee. The letter refutes what you told this committee, and instead states that you placed yourself at MSA by force and drove Mr. Siaka Jagne out. The report further states that you and Mr. Lamin Suso had cannibalized. And what that means is that you had taken parts from vehicles that were parked at the MSA to fix other vehicles to make them roadworthy, thereby distorting the vehicles that you tampered with. And those vehicles were vehicles that were taken to MSA by Mfamara Sediba, and he reported that your team had vandalized and cannibalized these vehicles. Of course, when I speak to you, you concur, which I would commend you for. You agree unshakenly that yes, indeed that is true. You did cannibalize the vehicles. So that's why first, I would like to say something just to react to the last statement I've given, and then I can proceed. We can proceed to direct the evidence then. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. As you said, pertaining to cannibalize, I did it. For that of the cannibalization, I did it. But for that of pushing Siaka by force, I don't have that power. That's false. And then cannibalizing the vehicle, I don't do it on my own. If Farmer Sediba say he don't aware of that, I can also stand to my word is false. Last time you mentioned about the tractors that they found on Bundum. Yes, I took it there. I will never deny the fact. But instead of 3 that you mentioned, it was 2. In the sense that I took that tractor there, as I normally did for cannibalization, because there are 2 tractors. And then, though I'm a mechanic, but tractor is never been my field. And I see somebody who can do it for me, and I took the vehicle there to cannibalize, to have one on road and then bring the other scrap. When I informed that Sediba, he said to me, it wasn't needed. Let's try and bring the tractor back, which is I did. We didn't back the tractor to Kotu, and himself, he come there and then confirm. And when he confirmed it, according to, what I know, during the auction, when they are selling this tractor, he was also present. This tractor has been sold by auctioneers. For that of the cannibalization, likewise, as I said, I don't do it on my own. I was cannibalizing the vehicle simply because during impasse, there was no vehicle people can use. So I talked to the department about that issue, including Sediba himself. And they said to me, that's a good move, you can do that. So when I took some vehicle from those auction vehicle, government vehicle, with another vehicle and I cannibalize it, put some on road, the rest I place it back there.
Sorry, what's that last statement? You place what back?
The vehicle I took their items from the government vehicle that park in Kotu. When I took those items from that, well, I cannot say scrap, but those parking vehicle there, I took their items, placed it to another vehicle to put them on road. The old one I removed from this old one, and I replaced it back to this other one. And they confirm it when they come there, which is I did. And I will never go
Okay,
back.
I'm not quite understanding it, but let me say it in my own words, and then you confirm whether that's what you're saying.
Okay.
Are you saying that you took scrap from the auctioned vehicles to put to other vehicles to make those vehicles roadworthy, and when the Sediba and the team came, they confirmed that the parts were switched?
Council?
Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
No.
The witness said that.
I think what he's trying to say is, he took parts from, he will not say scrap vehicle, but one vehicle, and put that part to another vehicle to make that vehicle roadworthy. You understand? So the vehicle that he took part from, he will take the other part from the other vehicle and replace it on the other vehicle, and then park that one in Kotu, while the other one is on the road going. That's what he means.
Exactly.
But he's taking it out.
Yeah, I understand that. He said that too. He said he took it from the government vehicles, the auction vehicles. So now I think the word here is he took part from one vehicle and put it in the other vehicle. I think that is the key word. Yeah.
But he said.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. So
I can clarify the meaning of scrap,
Please.
because some people are using scrap whilst.
no, not now. Perhaps later you can clarify.
Okay.
But just to state, so you switched the one that is not good, you put it on in the auction vehicles,
Exactly.
and you left them there. And then the one that is good, you put it in the functioning vehicles.
Exactly.
All right. So, but then did you inform Mr. Sediba about that?
So anyway, he is in the picture likewise, both of them.
Okay. So your testimony is that before you embarked, first of all, your testimony is that it is Mr. Dauda Fadera who placed you at the MSA.
That's quite true.
Now, our records are saying otherwise, because although our records are not saying that Mr. Dauda Fadera did not place you at MSA, the accumulation of all our evidence speaks a different language. Do you understand what I mean? Our records are telling us something different to what you're telling us.
Okay.
Our records are showing us that Mr. Sediba was never aware of your being placed at the MSA. And if at all, the late Dauda Fadera had, in fact, assigned you to go to MSA, you would agree with me that Sediba would definitely be in the picture. Correct?
Just say where he is in the picture. If he say he's not in the picture, it's false.
All right, let's take it step by step. Would you agree with me that if where the Secretary General, Dauda Fadera at the time, assigned you, a state guard officer, to go to MSA. MSA is known for maintenance of vehicles, right? If you were assigned to go there, then Famara Sediba would definitely be in the picture. Let's agree on that.
It is yes.
No, I don't want us to dwell in the fact right now. I don't want us to talk about what happened or what did not happen. I'm speculating
Yes.
that if such and such happened, then such and such must have happened. So if you were directed by the Secretary General to go to MSA, you agree with me that the vehicle controller would be in the picture.
I agree.
You agree with me, right? Now, we have an instance where the vehicle controller is not in the picture. In fact, he's surprised to see you. In fact, he went with the person that you said you took over from. They went together to come to you. And from what the report says, that person told him that you drove him away. And Famara said he was not in the picture about the fact that you were assigned by Dauda Fadera. In fact, Mr. Famara Sediba says that, rather states that you stated that your authority came from number one himself. What would you say to that?
False.
All right. So it is, we now have a standstill between you, yourself, and the vehicle controller. The vehicle controller is saying one thing, and you are saying the other thing, right? The vehicle controller has records to his benefit. He has shown us records. And you know, it's better to believe black and white, since in the work that we do, than believe word of mouth, right?
Okay.
You will agree with me?
As you said, I agree with you.
Okay. So how do you explain that disparity?
Like,
You were not put there by, well, he didn't say that, but he states that you took MSA forcefully. You said that you were put there by the late Dauda Fadera.
at the time, I don't have no power to do so, because if you can see how many senior officer was actually there. I've been a corporal at the time. I don't think whether I have that mandate and the power to do that, and they still leave me there for 2-3 years.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If when you were at State House, were you the most senior?
I was not.
There were other state guards that were more senior than you,
Exactly.
but you still felt like you could give yourself another position, and they did not do anything about it. You gave yourself the mandate to go to Brufut and to man the incoming president. So that analogy of yours that because they are senior officers, they will not allow you to act the way you acted. But this is a trend of yours. You left State House, left the outgoing president. In fact, for me, if I was the outgoing president, I would send prosecution for you right now, because you left him and his property,
Okay.
right? On guard. You abandoned your post and gave yourself a new post, which is Brufut. At Brufut also, you gave yourself a new post, which is MSA. Of course, you state that that was given to you by Dauda Fadera, but the evidence says otherwise. And you can't say that your superiors would have not allowed you to act in that manner, because from even your account, your superiors allowed you to do whatever you wanted. You left State House to go to Brufut. Your superiors did not say anything. You left Brufut to MSA. Your superiors did not say anything. React.
What the statement he did is false. That I all have to say is false.
The statement of
Sediba, what he's saying, pretending I moved Siaka away and then placed myself there, is false. And if he also said he don't, recall when I was there and he's not aware of that, also is false.
Just to be clear, it is not Sediba who says that you drove Siaka away. It is the evidence.
But I think you say Sediba wrote it and then bring it.
No, this is a letter written by Farmer Sediba on the 20th of November 2017. That is not today. So it cannot be false. He did not envision that this committee would even be created. And in that letter, he was reporting to the chairperson of the Jagне Commission, giving him an update of the assets that they are to control. In that letter, he has mentioned that he found 2 soldiers. And he named the soldiers, one ADAMA JAGNE and one Lamin Suso. You know, if he was in the picture, that is not the way he would speak. You appreciate that, right?
He was in the picture. I still start on my word, it's false. He was in the picture.
All right. So, since you acknowledge that you cannibalize the vehicles, can you state for this committee unequivocally who authorized that cannibalization?
It was Dauda Federa.
So State House agreed with your cannibalization.
They did.
Okay.
Including Sediba himself.
So that is Dauda Federa and Sediba.
And Farmer and Sediba, Vehicle Control Commander.
They gave you the go-ahead.
They did.
How did you communicate with them?
What kind of communication do you want me to explain? Telephone or physically?
I want you to communicate to explain to me the kind of communication that you communicate.
I talked to Sediba physically, frequent time, and I talked to Dauda for the time to time, telephone and physically.
So when you are getting the instructions to go ahead with cannibalization, how did you get the instructions? Was it on the phone? Was it physically?
Dauda Federa, it was physically.
It was physically.
It was physically on to his office at Banjul.
He called you or you went there?
I went there for a purpose, different from actually cannibalizing. Then we come to that, and he buy the idea.
Okay. And you had an appointment of some sort?
That was a personal issue between me and him, sorry.
But you met him at the office?
Exactly.
But you would have gone past his secretary and whatnot, right? His
Sorry?
secretary would have ushered you in his office. Correct?
I don't understand.
It's my question is whether you would have passed his secretary to go into his office. Would you want that translated?
I understand what whether I passed to the secretary.
Yes.
And then before going to him.
Yes.
I called him because it was long time where there was a secretary on, but I know physically I was at his office talking to him.
And how many times have you been to his office?
If I could recall 3-4 times, maximum 4 times.
Maximum 4 times.
If I could recall.
And that you can't still remember who was in his office.
I cannot remember. It was long time.
But you know for sure where his office was? Or you cannot remember where his office was?
At Banjul State House.
At State House?
Yeah.
All right. When you're entering his office, is there somebody who ushers people in? Who announces people's presence?
If I could recall, there was somebody sitting at the gate, but I cannot recall the person it is.
Okay. Do you remember the gender of the person?
I cannot.
You cannot. Okay. So authority came from Dauda Federa, the Secretary General, and Mpamara Sediba, the Vehicle Controller. Right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now, of course, you can appreciate the fact that. So, hold on, before I move on, actually. You informed Mr. Dauda Federa in his office, correct?
Yes, correct.
And then what happened after? Did you walk to Sediba's office after that? Or did you call Sediba on the phone?
I don't go to Sediba that very time. From Dauda Federa's office, I drive back to Koto. I was sat down until the following 2 days. I received a call from Sediba. He was giving me direction of something else different from the job. At the time, I explained this to him. Then he also buy the idea of doing that. After 2 weeks, he himself drive back to Koto, and I saw him the vehicle that I cannibalized already they are in good order. By the time they started, give it out to people to use it.
Continue.
Yeah.
Oh, you done?
That's my question.
Okay. So what was it that Farmer Sediba wanted you to do for him?
That one, as I said, it was personal. It wasn't concerned about this job.
Well, we will decide that.
Okay.
What was he calling you for?
Okay.
You want that translated?
You say, what was Sediba was calling me for?
Yes.
As I said, that was a personal. That's my own problem that I called to seek help.
I thought you said that it is rather Sediba who called to ask you to do something. You mentioned that Sediba called
that's
you,
what I'm
not that you called him.
I talked to him shortly before that, but I thought he saw my
Who called
and
you?
called
Who
me.
called you?
What I mean is, he Sediba calls me. When he called me, and then because I'm the very guy who first called, but it was he didn't really call. That's why when he saw my call, he called me back. While I already left from Banjul to Kotu. I was in Kotu.
That same day, huh?
No, after 2 days.
After 2
something
days.
like that. So there's a time we talk about that personal issue, and I tend to mention this. I mean, what I discussed with that father pertaining to this carnival estate. He
So-
said,
So what was the personal thing? Is it very embarrassing that you want the cameras
it's
to go off?
confidential. It was my personal issue, not pertinent to the job.
Yes,
which
but
is I
you
want him
see-
to support me.
You see, the thing is, Sergeant Jain, the facts have now entangled in themselves. Now we are demanding to know.
Okay, now
family-
why I call him is the vehicle I was using, it was my personal vehicle. And I deemed it very necessary to call him to give me a state vehicle from the vehicle that I put on road to use it. But I don't want to, use it those vehicles by myself without he give it to me. And I cannot say it in the presence of those people. Because if he give me a vehicle, you don't vehicle to other people, they will see bad. That's why this was personal. And then he later gave me a vehicle to use.
You wanted a state vehicle, and you're calling that a personal issue.
Yes, because I was not there alone, and I cannot request in the presence of everybody. He gave it to me and deny others. That's why I term it as personal one to see in private. and
Yes,
talk
but
to him.
a state vehicle is involved. It cannot be personal,
It
Sergeant Jain.
can be personal because of by the time I was using my personal car and everybody was grabbing. People were to have a vehicle. So to me, I term it as personal. It's a language, maybe the way I term and the way you term it.
Okay, we will not dwell on that. I would just like to state for the record that that is not a personal issue, that you're asking state officer to allocate to you state resources. You cannot make that a personal issue, but we'll move on from that. I will not entertain a back and forth with that. So you explained that to him, but you said you called him.
I did.
You called him
I did.
and you spoke to him.
Yes, please.
So which one is it? You called him or he called you? Can we? Do you want us to revert back to the local
No,
language?
I can still go ahead with you. Because I make it short. That's why I say he called me, but I'm the first guy called when I was at Banjul. He didn't pick the call. I said to myself he was busy maybe. But after when I done with the other father, I drive back to Kotu. I was sat down. This time he didn't call back to me. That's why I said he called me.
You see, the reason why I want to revert to the local language is because the context, there's certain context that you are losing there. This is what you just said. You just said that. You called him, but maybe he was busy. He didn't pick. So when you left Dauda Fadera's office, Banjul, and went back to Kotu, you were sat down and you received a call. That's what you said, right?
Exactly.
I didn't add anything. I didn't take anything away.
Exactly, no.
You see, when you say something like that to somebody who speaks English, yeah, you're communicating the same day. Do you understand that? Right?
Yep.
Maybe let me consult Honorable Ture. He's a linguist. Am I perfect, Honorable Ture?
You called him first. You called him.
Yes.
You called him.
Yes.
Why did you say it that way?
Later when?
Later can be anytime. It can be from here and 1 hour, 2 hours, next month, next week. They are all later to my understanding.
Yes, it can be that. I agree with you. But that later, if you leave it as later, then you're definitely communicating that day. If I agree with you, later can mean 1 year after. But if it's 1 year after, you need to tell your
It was
your
2 days
audience.
after the day.
Sorry?
I left 2 days after the day when I left Dauda Fadera's office.
Okay,
and I
so
was-
what you're communicating is that you went to State House, saw Mr. Dauda Fadera. You left, you called Mr. Sediba while you were at State House. He did not pick.
Yeah.
You left State House, you went back to MSA, and 2 days later, he called. He returned your call. Because he saw your missed call, right?
Okay. Let's use then vernacular. Let me explain thoroughly to you to
I
understand.
think that's the best.
Yeah, I think we do.
Honestly. All right.
Council,
Please, yes.
don't you think it will be necessary for us to have an interpreter for him then? If that is okay, we can have.
Yes, the interpreter is already here.
Oh, okay, perfect. That'll be fine. Then
All
we
right.
can-
So start speaking. The interpreter will interpret.
Limodon,
And I hope the interpreter is with us. But I was told that the interpreter is with us and he's listening.
So, Council, the man can speak Mandinka. So we can use Mandinka, I think. The last time he said he's comfortable in the Mandinka language.
Yes, but I would advise that, Honorable Chair, every time we want to deflect to the local language, at every session, we will ask the witness which language he's comfortable with. I don't want us to impose on the language on the witness.
That's okay.
So let the witness.
Okay. He said it the last
Tell
time,
us,
that's why I brought it again. He
So
said it the last
perhaps
time.
it can change because I'm aware that the native tongue of the witness is the Wolof language, but he prefers the Mandinka language. And the essence of us going to the local language is to have understanding, to be fair to him, and
I agree.
to have a correct record. So I
correct.
want us to ask the witness what he's comfortable with today.
Correct.
So he could have woken up with a Wolof tongue today. So
Correct. You can go ahead.
yes, you can tell us which language are you comfortable with.
let's go with Wolof.
Wolof.
Yeah.
As the witness, please, Honorable Chair. Then we will need.
Council, before you go further, I have to question the witness. I mean, Sergeant Jimmy,
Yes, please.
the other was in the Mandinka language, and today is what?
I know Wolof, but I am brought up by the Mandinka.
The session with you.
I will use Mandinka. I'm not
Yes,
what I was using. You don't understand, but what I'm saying.
hold on. You don't need to confuse us. If you are Mandinka, you will stick by Mandinka. If you are you stick by and say that will not allow it, okay?
Okay, let's go by Wolof.
All right.
Okay, then. Oh, fantastic. You have National Assembly members who will serve beyond their mandate, but then that's fine. You send the invoice to the clerk, yeah? All right, you can proceed.
Okay, li ma leen explain mooy ne bi ma jigee si Dawda Fadera maa ngi dem.
Okay.
Kootu dama àgg Kootu.
Wait.
So you take it slowly, then.
Yes. What I was saying when I left to go see Dauda Ferreira is.
Waaw then si laa fa jigee bi ma àggee Kootu maa ngi toog then ma receive call from Seydiba the very day ma jógee si Dawda Fadera la waaw.
Okay. And once I reached Kotu, I received a call from Dauda Ferreira on the same day.
Comme li ma la wax may la like secret la boy mu ne loolu du secret so si la ma call back ma ko explain si laa ko waxaale.
Did you say Dauda Fadera on the same day?
bi ma jógee si Dawda Fadera that very day.
Wait for it to be translated.
Yes, when he left Dauda Ferreira on the same day,
si laa drive back to Kootu where fii ma nekkoon.
I drove back to Kotu where I was.
And bi ma toog yaagut
And not too long,
Seydiba called me back fekk calloon naa ko.
And Sediba called back after he called previously.
Then bima callé ma waxtana mo sama own problem.
Then when he called, we discussed about my own problem.
Ila jëlal chance ma explain ko mag dawda fa the lean discourse affaire cannibalization.
I had the opportunity to discuss with him about the discussion I had with Dawda Fadera about the cannibalization.
Then munema lolen is a good idea dina fa ñew.
And then he said that was a good idea, I will come there.
After ñaari fan ci gannaaw mu ñew fa.
After 2 days, he came there.
They already start na the cannibalize moto yi.
Kan mo don cannibalize moto yi yow?
Man.
Okay. After 2 days he came there when I have already started cannibalizing the vehicles.
Sila ko won moto yi ma start for cannibalize munema lini is a good move.
And then I showed him the vehicles I cannibalized and he said that was a good move.
Then you buy for motor, you about 4-5 vehicles.
Then we left there until we dealt with about 5 vehicles.
So Munyo still allocate 5 vehicles to people to use it for their putting use season on living office.
Okay, and then that's when he took the 5 vehicles and gave it to people to use for their official duties.
Thank you, Mr. Jai. It seems like even our linguist now will be scratching his head. I believe, because even though my Wolof is not the best, but I could decipher that you said, perhaps maybe let me also chip so that the translation can be made. But okay, what I'm saying is, you have just mentioned that when you left State House,
li ma wax mooy li ma xam ci li ngay wax mooy boo jógee State House.
It was not long.
Yàggul noonu.
You received a call from Famara Sediba.
Then si la Famara Sediba woo ci téléphone. Okay, so I'll hand over finally to my brother.
Okay,
yes.
the interpreter is in
yes,
house.
get him ready and then we can hand over.
So please, can you, is that the case?
There we go.
Was that the case that when you left State House, after speaking to Dawda Fadera, you went back to Kotu? Okay. Is that the case that when you left State House and when you spoke to Dawda Fadera and left State House and went back to the MSA, it wasn't long and you got a phone call?
Manenda loro mo amon binga wae ak Dawda Fadera ya gut nga am phone call ñu wala ci telephone.
Okay, Honorable Chair, I think we get 5 minutes. If we can do a 5-minute stand down, just so that everybody can settle in their roles. I think it was perhaps unfair to spring it up on the interpreter in this manner. Just 5 minutes so we can settle down.
Okay, that's fine. We can
My
get 5 minutes and then we proceed from there. Thank you.
rather, you already explained. Let me, just to state that, was it the same day after you left Dawda Fadera's office that you received the phone call?
Si Dawda Fadera nga jot téléphone ñu wala sa téléphone.
Wa si benn bés bi ma àggee kóotu si la am call Seriba.
Yes, you should translate that as well, in English.
Yes, it was the same day that he received the telephone call.
That I received the telephone.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Who called you?
Kula won.
Seriba. Famara Seriba. Vehicle control.
Sorry?
Famara Seriba, vehicle control.
The farmer said he called me the same day.
You had mentioned when you first started narrating in the Wolof language that it was rather Dawda Fadera who called you. Was that a slip of the tongue?
Mune sinjen bel bi waxon nga ne Dawda Fadera moma called.
No, I pronounce it be affaire.
You need to let the interpretation finish.
Okay.
Let him complete his interpretation.
Okay.
Yeah, I did interpret to him.
You need to interpret the whole thing.
Sorry? I interpreted to him.
Yes, there was a bit.
I'm waiting for the answer.
The last bit was that a slip of the tongue? That's very important.
Uh-huh. Mune nda bobu sa la menja rechon nga wax lolu.
Yeah, Council. I think there is we need to put in a strategy here. We can use English language. If the witness doesn't understand your language, we can interpret that and move on. Otherwise, this baggage for interpretation will cost us a lot.
Yes, but
Mr. Jani, I think
at this point, this is the point we are still at. Since Honorable Ture tried to intervene.
Yeah, but I think the other point has been cleared already, because he understands exactly what you mean. So you can proceed in English, you'll be able to respond.
All right.
Where he doesn't understand, we can always bring in the interpretation.
Are you comfortable with that, Sergeant Jai?
I do.
All right, so from what I just understood, it is the same day that Pamara Sediba called you.
When I left from Dawda Fadera's office towards Kotu, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the same day.
It's the same.
Then why did you tell us he called you 2 days ago, or 2 days later?
It's 2 days later, that's the time you come to Kotu. Maybe, as you said, it is a slip of the tongue. I don't really like, but I said 2 days
I didn't
later.
say that was a slip of the tongue. What I said was a slip of the tongue was you saying that Dawda Fadera called you. I never said that was a slip of the tongue. One day and 2 days later, I would never call that a slip of the tongue.
But I think what I explained here is when I left from Dawda Fadera's office and I reached to Kotu, I sat down that very day that I received call from Sediba. After 2 days later, that's the time Sediba come to Kotu and met me.
Initially, what you stated was you went to State House, spoke to Dawda Fadera. After speaking to Dawda Fadera, while at State House, called the vehicle controller. You couldn't get him. He perhaps was busy. You left for MSA. 2 days later, while you were sitting at MSA, he called you. That's what you told this committee.
Then I cannot realize. Then, I mean, my apology for that. But to me, like, it was 2 days later when he come to Kotu, and the very day when I left Banjul to MSA, that the very day I received call from him.
Okay. Let's go with that narrative. You received the call the same day.
Exactly.
From Famara Sediba, not Dawda Fadera.
When I left from Secretary General's office to Kotu, I received the same day call from Sediba.
Okay. My question, I'm just curious. You took a trip from Kotu, MSA, all the way to State House to go and see the SG, which makes sense because it is him who's assigned you there according to you, right? Which makes sense. The only thing that would make sense is that you would just walk to Mr. Sediba's office and speak to him in person. Why did you opt to call him while at State House rather than going to him to speak to him? It makes me doubt your story.
Even right now, if I need him, I prefer I use telephone talking to him than going.
Yes,
here.
but yes, that's fine. When you're sitting in Kotu, you can choose the medium of communication. But when you've put on your car, your personal car that you were complaining about, I'm sure it was also personal fuel that was in that car. You put on your car and your personal fuel, you went all the way to State House, where Farmer Mercedes Bar's office is. A stone throw away. Like, you know, when you throw a stone from one place to another. That is the distance between Farmer Mercedes Bar's office and Dauda Fadera's office. But rather than walking that distance, you decided to call Mr. Sediba. Please, just give me the rationale of that. I'm trying to
That's my
reason.
own point of view, because when you go to Sediba's office at times, it will be kind of busy. People are going and coming. And I was having so many errands to go. And as far as
Sediba is less accessible than the SG? Is that what you want to tell me? The head of government is more accessible than the vehicle controller?
that question, if you want me to answer, it will be difficult. But I know for certain, I prefer to use telephone than talk to Sediba than Dauda Fadera.
So with Dauda Fadera, you prefer to see him in person?
Exactly.
But with Sediba, you prefer to use a telephone communication?
Not frequently, I use telephone, time to time when it is more necessary.
We're not talking about generally, we're talking about that particular day.
Particularly, yes, please. I decide to use telephone.
That's fine. Your choice is your choice. I cannot dictate your choice. All this committee is asking is a rationale for your choice, because it doesn't seem reasonable to a third party, or rather to me and this committee. It doesn't seem reasonable that you would take the trip to Banjul, go to an office. There's an office that is a stone throw away, just few steps away, to solve your problem. And you said it was a personal issue, right? You didn't want anybody to hear. I would think that it would be easier to just go to him and pull him to the side and talk to him. Why didn't you do that?
It was very easy to me to use telephone than going there.
But you were there.
Going to Sediba's office, using telephone, talking to Sediba, it was more easier to me.
Why?
It was very easy access to me.
But it was also easy for you to speak to Dauda Fadera on the phone, wasn't it?
It's
Very
different.
easy access for you.
It's different.
How is it different? That's what we need you to explain to us. That difference. What's the difference? You went to an office to see two people, because you wanted to speak to two people. You spoke to the one, but you didn't speak to the other. But yet their offices are not far from each other. They're in the same complex. And we want to know why you did not do that.
My purpose of going to Banjul, not Sediba, it was Dauda Fadera, which is I already done with him. Talking to Sediba, I deemed it very necessary to use telephone than going there.
We know that. The question is why.
That's my own feeling. That's my own choice to talk to him telephone, not even going there.
You know, it's your feeling. You know, feelings are not just, you don't just feel like that. There's a reason for feelings, right?
But I tell you, my reason is using telephone is more easier to me than going meeting Sediba by the time. I was running for something.
How is it? That's what I want. How is that easier? You come to a place. I'm seeing the office there. I'm seeing an office there. That's the person I need. His office is there. I can see the door. I can walk there. You decided that no. Let me get in my car, go to MSA, and call him. That's easier for me.
Yes.
And for me, it's as a third party, it beats my mind. It just doesn't settle in. It's as an answer I can take. So I just wish for you to explain to me why. Why were you thinking like that? Is it that you're scared of Sediba?
I can maybe give you respect to people, but I don't scare nobody. I can give respect, honorable respect, but scare no.
Did you give Sediba too much respect?
Yeah,
That same respect you didn't give Dauda Fadera?
to everybody.
Yes, but you met Dauda Fadera in person. And in fact, for me, I would say, as a gentleman, and you know, even you going there, it shows your authority. Because I know you're an army personnel. Every time you walk in here, your shoulders are high. the kind of person you are, I appreciate you. You went there because your shoulders are high. You went there, looked him in the face, and told him, this is what I want. And he is the head of public service. You know? He's Sediba's boss. He's your boss. Your commander, he's his boss. You know that. But you couldn't go to Sediba's office to speak to him as well.
But as you narrate right now, you said from Sediba's office and this guy's office is not far, which is right.
Yes.
But now, Sediba's telephone is just lying down at the deck. My phone is with me in my hand.
Yes.
And then maybe there is somebody there at the office. And I don't have patience to come and wait for the person to done and I get in. I decided to use my telephone instant because I know when he saw my call, he will pick it. And I decided to talk to him through telephone and I move out.
Okay.
No, I want clarity before you go for that place.
Can I just, one more question? Okay, you see, the reason with that, why it cannot sit in my mind is because when you are sitting in MSA, right? MSA is code, that should be about 10 miles. 10 miles to State House. You're sitting 10 miles away from State House. And you don't know whether the head of the civil service, the same rationale you gave for not going to, say, the back office, I'll give it to you for why you shouldn't have gone to the SG's office. Because the head of the civil service is bound to have at least 5 people on the queue to see him. Yeah? He's the head of the public service.
It's depending with him.
So let me land. You see, the reason why I can only make judgment as to what is reasonable to me. Let me take the National Assembly, for example. The Speaker and the Deputy Speaker. They're the head of this institution, or the clerk. Anytime I go to their offices, I have to wait. That's fixed. I have to wait. Anytime any of these members go to their offices, there's probably somebody speaking to them. So you wait in line, you wait in the queue. That is inevitably going to be the case for the SG. You're sitting 10 miles away from the SG. It would have been easier to call him because he would have been more busy than Sediba in any given day. Right? You decided not to call him. But you went to mile 2. Sorry, you went to
Go to
State House.
Okay, sorry.
You were literally not, I don't, it can't even be a mile. It's maybe a quarter of a mile. Just a walk away. To even just peep to see if somebody is there. If somebody is there, then you can say, yes, okay, let me go back and I'll call him. But you were saying that, no, maybe there's somebody there, let me go. That beats the mind of the committee, Mr. Jain. And I'm not moving from this point until it's clear.
Anyway, what I tell you, that is I know. It was my own point of view not to go there and call him through telephone because I was having another errands to do. I cannot skip that one because I don't go proposing for Sediba. I went proposing for Dauda Fadera, which is, I'm done with him.
And what did Mr. Dauda Fadera tell you?
Patento?
Why you went? Mr. Jackson, you want me to tell you what pertaining to what?
But
Seriously?
No, but let's call a spade a spade.
Please call a spade a spade.
Okay, fine.
And don't call it a hoe.
But the one thing, I went to Dauda Fadera. Let's say I want for an issue. So you want me to mention that issue here?
But you already mentioned the issue. Is there a different issue?
Issue
Are the
of-
issues multiplying now?
Issue of what?
Okay, Mr. Jain.
Huh?
Okay, I'll give the honorable member a chance to weigh in, but I'm going to hold you on that point, and we'll continue from that point.
Yes, from the same point, Mr. the Council, I want clarity here. The day he came to Mr. Fadera, according to Mr. Jai, Council, I'm referring to you. The day he came to Mr. Fadera, from there he went to MSA. Upon arrival, he was called by Mr. Sediba. Was he called by Sediba or was he the one who called Sediba?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you are the one who called Sediba, you could not get him, and he called you back.
That's quite true.
Correct.
Now, going back to where we left off,
Okay.
why did you go to see Mr. Dauda Fadera? If it's a personal issue, like maybe you wanted a second wife, then that one I can excuse you.
The other father is not a relative member then who can find wife for me.
Then why did you go to see Mr. Dauda Fadera?
But to be frank, that was between me and him. It was a personal.
And now it is between him, and the oversight body that is responsible for both of you. So you have to divulge it. What you can do, I can give you courtesy to say that if it's something sensitive, if it's something embarrassing, you can ask the committee to allow you to say it in camera or to allow you to write it down. But if it's nothing of the sort, the floor is yours.
It's nothing that is like deeply confidential or pertaining to dubious thing or whatever. No. But I believe that there are certain things when you are talking to a people like him, a personal thing between me and him or his own personal thing, I don't think whether I can relate over the media.
Well,
Council,
you can make your case to Chair. Yes, Honorable Chair.
I just wanted to weigh in here. Mr. Sergeant,
Yes, sir.
you are a soldier, an army.
Yes, please.
And when you sit before us,
Okay.
there's nothing confidential here. Just for you to know. Confidentiality is gonna go out. Because what we are doing is, you have a conversation with somebody who was in authority. And what we are investigating today has to do with that conversation as well.
Okay. Thank you.
So please, you tell us what was the conversation. So that we know, please.
Okay. The conversation was, the wife was sick because it's somebody's private accident. But if
All
I
right,
could say,
Honorable
you
Chair,
might-
if I can just suggest, you know, the witness, the first time he suggested that something was personal, it didn't end up being something personal. But this one, the way it starts even scares me. So what I want to suggest that if perhaps we can ask the Secretariat to go to the witness, you can whisper to the Secretariat.
Council, I don't think this is even personal. No. What he is trying to say, the wife is sick. That's why. You tell him to take him out.
You know, the issue is, if it is confidential and he says it, it's out already.
What is confidential about it?
No, but to be frank, it was somebody's personal private issue.
No, that was the conversation. Was that the conversation between you and
Me and Allah. It was it was him personal private issue.
Oh, no, if you could just allow us, we can just try this for the first time. Mr. Sergeant Jan, 1 second. We could try this for the first time. What I'm also mindful of, we need to be fair to everybody. And the way he has started to narrate the story, it seems like it will be something personal. But I don't want to jump the gun. I wish for it to be stated and for us to judge whether it will. So I wish for him to state it to the Secretariat. The Secretariat will whisper it to the Chair, and the Chair and the members will decide.
I don't want to come back again and tell us something else is confidential in his testimony. And then
Whatever
we will
he
be
tells us is
considering.
confidential cannot be confidential for us. It can only be confidential for public consumption. And that needs to be clear to you, Sergeant.
So if this information is not confidential, what do we do? That would be bad. I'm not sure. Okay, let's go ahead with that. But I'm not sure.
So, Chair, once you make your decision after you have been informed, if it's something that is not confidential, he will then say it in the record. We are not trying to hide anything from the public, but we are also trying to be fair to the witness
I
and
agree.
the third party.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yes.
Yes, Secretary, you can do that for us, please. I just wanted to ask him this question. Mr. Jain, did you say the last Secretary General called you or you went there on your own volition? How do you meet him?
If I can come in there, the witness in fact said that he went. Yeah.
So please proceed with the interrogation.
Yes, I went there.
He was not called. He is the one who went there.
No,
and the
no.
rationale, let me learn. The rationale you gave, Sergeant,
Yes.
is that you had a personal issue. That's why you wanted to go and sort it out.
Exactly.
And that personal issue was the issue of your car.
No,
Right?
just say about car.
You see, it's just upon questions when you tried to separate the two. But initially, your rationale was to account for both of them. You see, I'm very attentive. I don't want to toot my horn, but I seldom forget.
Okay.
I rarely forget.
Okay.
I rarely forget what people say. And I remember what you said. So now I'm guessing you are going to try and attempt to make visiting the two for different reasons. I'm pretty sure you're going to do that, but go ahead. It is you're at liberty to do that. But since the chair has asked me to go ahead, I'll pose the question back to you. Why did you go to see Mr. Dauda Fadel?
That's why when you asked, when I was starting my word, I said, I went to Dr. Fadel's office and I was having personal issue. When I talked to him already, that's the time I mentioned the cannibalization issue and he gave me the go ahead of doing it. As I was going back, I called Sediba, I couldn't get him on phone. I drive back to Kotu. There's a time I received call from Sediba that very day. 2 days later, there's a time Sediba appeared. This I was saying. If I'm not that much wrong, I think this I was saying, and this I still now repeating.
What was the reason that you went to see Mr. Fadel? So what was the reason that you went to see Mr. Fadel?
Counsel.
Okay, see.
Hold on, Chair.
Yes. You know, earlier on I said for you to proceed with the interrogation, but from his own submission regarding what was personal between him and Mr. Fadera, from my own perspective, I think that is not even personal, because he said something that is even more personal than what he told us. So if he should tell us that Dr. Fadera confirmed to him that he can go ahead with the cannibalization of the vehicle, that is even more dangerous than what he told us. So I think...
Just answer. So I'll just ask you again, Sergeant Jain. Why did you go to see Mr. Fadera at that time?
In a serious note.
So before you were not serious?
But because you want me to say why I was saying it's a confidential, I would say it.
No.
Because I time it.
No. Forget about my discussion with the Honorable Chair. My question to you is, why did you go to State House to see Mr. Dauda Fadel?
Why did I go to State House to see Dauda Fadel? Simply because during the night time, because I don't mention that, I'll mention that before you said, no, but you didn't say that. I was not saying it, but because of, to make things clear, during the night time, I was talking to Dauda Fadel. It was between 9 and 10. Now he said to me
During the night time, previous day or that day?
it was night time.
The previous day.
Before I go to Banjo.
All right, the previous. Okay.
Now he said to me, in the morning, would you mind to come to the office? And I said, okay.
So it is actually Mr. Fadera who called you to the office?
At night time when I was talking to him.
He called you at night time?
I said at night time when I was talking to Dr. Fadera.
He informed you that you should come to his office in the
He
morning?
said to me, tomorrow, if you have less time, please come to my office in the morning, which is ideal.
All right, my question is, now you are telling us that it is Mr. Dauda, the late Dauda Fadera, who
Who
asked
called
you
me to
come.
meet him?
Okay. So that means you misled the committee the first time.
No, I don't mislead, simply because I said it was confidential. That's why I don't want to reach that side. But
Yes,
now,
but you made the decision yourself that it was confidential, and then you gave the committee the wrong answer.
yeah, because I time it as a confidential, because
So do you agree that you gave us the wrong answer?
I give a wrong answer, because I can see said it.
Okay. So you said you went to State House by yourself.
Yes.
Nobody called you.
Yes.
That is one statement. In another breath, you're saying somebody called you. Are those two statements aligning? Do they agree with each other?
Somebody called me. I'm not saying somebody. I said Dauda Fadera.
He's not somebody.
Somebody. I said Dauda Fadera. When I was talking to him through night time, between 9 and 10.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying somebody. He's not somebody. It's Dauda Fadera called you.
Exactly.
Yes? Okay. In one breath, it is you who left to State House by yourself. In another breath, it is Dauda Fadera who.
Yes, I will not deny the fact, as you said, simply because I'm not thinking that it will be necessary to mention that one. That's why I just hit it back.
You are not thinking that it would be necessary to mention the truth?
I'm not
Sergeant
thinking,
Jain?
you don't understand what I'm saying.
I don't understand. That's why I'm asking you.
Like, for example, let me give an example. When you have trust on me, you call me in person, tell me a personal issue. Anything where I can relate to outside, then tomorrow I'm going to join you.
Of course, as a gentleman, you should not relay it. What you should do is tell the truth. To say, I was called by Dauda Fadera. It was a personal thing. I would not like to divulge it here, but I could still divulge it if the media is aware.
But the memories are the memories are the you are
You gave us a lie.
I agree with you, but
We're not moving from this far. Because for us, when you lie to us, we have a word for it. The word is called contempt, and it can land you in mile 2. Lying to this assembly is a grave thing. It's like killing somebody. I'm telling you this. It's like taking a life.
okay.
We don't take it lightly, Sergeant Jain. We take it with the utmost contempt,
Okay.
with the utmost disrespect.
Then my apology for that.
We are not taking apologies.
But can I?
Hold on, Sergeant Jain. Can you confirm for the record that you intentionally misled this committee?
Sir, I'm not here to mislead the committee.
But you did.
No, simply because, as I said to you, that's what I'm telling you. I term it as is somebody's privacy.
Okay, I
And the
think
big
I would want translation here so that my point is.
Now, I understand what I'm saying.
Yes, you gave two answers. One answer is that you took yourself to State House because you had a grievance that you wanted to air. The other answer is that Dauda Fadera called you because you spoke with him the night before. You lied to this committee. That is not something we take lightly, Sergeant Jain. I'm not honorable. I am counsel. And also, what I want to ask you is, can you confirm that, in fact, that was a false thing that you told us? What you told us first was false.
What did I say? Because what I'm still to the, I said to you, is that sorry, I go to Banjul and meet Dauda Fadera personal. But no, to my own point of view, because I don't want to mention somebody's property. That's why I don't start to that. But having been, it was a lie. I'm just like trying to hide something. I'm not going to hide because I took Quran and food. But I can't tell it as like I'm telling lie or deceive it. Why should I? Why should I?
Council.
That's more important than anything. Quran, and I took it. It was a personal, and I tell it as personal because he trusts me.
Council. Okay.
But then if it like that.
Sergeant, hold on. I think Council has been very fair to you.
Yes, sir.
When you started your testimony, you said you went to the State House.
Yes.
That was the first statement you said.
That's quite true.
Now, again, you said, the night before you go to the State House, Dawda called you, and he told you, we don't mind to come to the office in the morning.
Yes.
Now, which of these two is the truth?
Why I don't say...
No,
Okay.
hold on.
Okay.
I'm asking you a question.
Okay.
Which of these two statements is correct, please? Tell us.
Like the one I first say and the second
Yes.
I just say like that father called me.
Yes.
This I'm trying to explain.
No, don't explain. Don't explain. Yes, you went to the State House on your own volition. That's what you said in the.
Of course, yes.
Yes.
I would
That was the first statement.
Yes.
The second statement.
Yes. Not as yes. Yes. Yes.
Which of these two statements is correct? That's what council is asking. And you have to tell us, listen, I'm telling you, you've lied to the committee, and that is contempt. And your council told you,
Exactly.
you are a security officer. And you know what that means even in security.
Exactly.
You cannot sit here and mislead this committee. Tell us the truth.
Okay.
Otherwise, you are a security officer, you also have security officers.
That's quite true.
Perfect. So now tell us the truth. What is the truth? Which statement is correct?
The truth is that the parent who because you know if I say this you think
Mr. Jan, hold on. When I'm talking, you keep quiet.
okay.
You see, the question is very simple. You are not I'm not interrogating you. It's council who is doing that. The reason why I'm intervening, you said two statements, and council is trying to get that correct from you, and you refuse it.
No.
Yes, questions. Tell us, yes, the first statement is not correct, and the second one is correct. Or the second statement is not correct, but the first statement is correct. Tell us, which one is correct?
The first statement was true because I went to Bani to meet the father.
You went there on your own.
Yeah, because I can say on my because I wasn't fully forced to go there.
Okay, so you go to his office.
But the question they want me to answer.
You will speak the truth.
No.
Really, listen. Daughter did not call you the night before for you to go to his office. He did not tell you that. Yes or no?
Don't call me. To be frank, I read Quran. I want to
Go to his office in the morning.
in the morning. Yes.
Okay? So you are not his office.
Banjo, yes.
On the request.
Yes, please.
So and is that correct?
The first statement was correct then, as far as it's that.
So
Told me to go there and then meet him.
which one is the first statement? You are confusing me. Which one?
I mean the second statement.
Is correct.
I said that the father called me tonight. That was the correct statement. Yes.
The first one you said, you went there on it's not correct.
Then I can say yes.
It's not correct.
Yes.
So that you misled the committee. I am serious. You misled the committee because that was the first statement. That's what you did. Yes or no?
Yes.
Huh? And you are serious.
I know.
This committee will decide that. Council, can you move forward?
Mr. Sergeant Jai, I was trying to come up with an analogy that would fit in the army context so that you know how serious this is. Perhaps you don't know how serious we take misleading the committee. And this is not the first time you've been caught giving contradictory illustrations of, of that time. And I would like to caution you one more time and give you the benefit of doubt, because you seem to be insisting that you were saying the same thing. I disagree with you. I think you misled the committee. But I would give you one more opportunity to be open. I would also want you to know that contempt is very serious. Once we cite you for contempt right now, you will vacate MSA. You will no longer be the custodian of MSA. You will give us your uniform. You will hand back your uniform to the army. Investigations will begin about whether in fact you indeed misled the committee or not.
Okay.
And you will be prosecuted.
Okay.
That's how serious it is.
Thank
It's very, very serious. Going forward, please give us the whole picture. Even don't decide anything for yourself. Right now, we are deciding everything. Or rather, the committee is deciding everything. You and I are having a conversation about the facts. right? Don't leave out any fact that is aligned to these issues, right? Anything you feel is confidential, bring it out and make the application to the Honorable Chair, and they will decide whether it's confidential or not. Anything you think is personal, bring out the application, they will decide whether it's personal or not. You understand?
I do.
The other one is not a caution, but a measure of reason and humanity. The individual we are talking about is a deceased person. He's no longer with us. You swore on the Quran. You are a religious person. I'm sure Dawda Fadera was also a very religious person,
Exactly.
a Muslim. You are also a Muslim. You know that now that he has gone to the afterlife, he cannot defend himself here. So you have a duty not only to this assembly, but to your maker, to speak the truth, not just for yourself, but to set the record straight on behalf of Dawda Fadera.
Okay.
And where you decide not to, that is your own. You might fool this committee and you might get away with it. But if you are indeed a Muslim, I will tell you that the afterlife, there will be another council and another chairman waiting for you. All right. We proceed. So it was Dawda Fadera who asked you to go to State House. Why?
When he called me at night time, and I go to State House, and I meet with him at his office,
Are you done?
no, I think you are done. Okay, when Dawda called me, I go to his office the following day in the morning. Why he called me is, I want to assign you, you meet with somebody, one Lebanese guy. Then he's supposed to give me some cash because of, I have a...
What is a Livanos?
Sorry?
What did you say?
Sorry?
What is a Livanos?
No, one Lebanon guy. One man from Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Exactly, Lebanon.
All right.
One Lebanese person.
That's fine.
Then you're going to meet with him. He's going to give you money. But the money, to be candid, I don't know how much it was in an envelope. When I go and meet the...
You're jumping. You went from him telling you you're going to meet this guy
Okay, fine.
to meeting the guy and receiving the money.
Yes.
We want every single thing.
When I get inside the...
Sergeant Jaime, I don't miss a bit, and I don't want you to miss a bit.
Okay.
Explain everything until the phone went down. You hang up the phone. If you can even tell us that you went to sleep and you went to sleep when you woke up, this is what you did, what you ate for breakfast, please tell. If it's relevant, I want to know. Don't jump.
Okay, now, in the evening, when he called me, I was talking to him. He first asked me, "Kandi, are you busy tomorrow?" And I said, "No." "Are you coming to Banjul tomorrow?" And I said, "I have no assignment at Banjul." He said, "Okay, if you can come to my office in the morning." And I said, "Okay, no problem." In the morning, I first go to Kotu, take my breakfast, put on my uniform, because I normally put on mufti when I go to work, when I go home. Unless when I'm at office, I put on uniform. I put on my uniform and I drive to Banjul. When I drive to Banjul, I climb up to the office, and as I was entering, one guy was coming out, but I don't know the person, to be frank. I meet one orderly was sitting at the gate, but I cannot recall the orderly, to be frank. At first, you want me to say the truth. I enter inside. When you enter his office before, you have a chair, the first one with this line of chair. He was sitting here alone, I was sitting opposite. On far right. Then we greeted, and he started me, "How good is?" And I said, "Good, we are there, we are trying." But only one thing disturbing there is feeding was a problem. Feeding was a problem. He said to me, "Now, if I thought feeding is a problem, now I will communicate." By then, Excellency was at Burfoot. he was at this place, how do you call it? Keraba. Then whom he spoke to, I don't know, for our lunch. He said to me, I will talk to somebody there, then they will try to cater you at Kotu, you have your lunch there. This is the conversation start. As far as you stay, let me not leave everything behind. Because there's no confidential, whatever now I'm going to say. Okay.
I did not stop you. You can just go on.
Okay, now, this is where the conversation starts. He said to me, I have a friend, but he's a Lebanese. Yesterday night, I was talking to him. I want him to help me in some cash because I have a treatment. I want to treat my wife. He's sick.
Some cars or some cash?
Some cash.
Cash.
Yes.
Proceed.
Okay. Now he gave me the number. Why I cannot forget the number is because of the number is similar to my number. That's why I cannot forget the number. When he gave me that number, before I left, he called the person I was sitting, and he said to him, in English, I'm sending one of my officer. He's coming to meet you. Where are you? The guy said, although I'm living in Senegambia, but I am driving towards this place. There was a hotel at this place. After, when you took the Stinkona Highway, there's a hotel there called, I forgot the name of the hotel. He said he's driving towards that end. Then Darfa asked me, where do you know hotel? And I said, I don't have the name of the hotel, but I never been there.
Ocean Bay?
Exactly. And I said to him, I heard the name of the hotel, but I haven't been there. He said, would you mind to rush there and meet him? He will give you the money. When you get the money, call me. I will tell you whom I'm going to hand over the money with. There's a time I explained this, how to call it, the vehicle cannibalization, whether I can do it. And then he asked me, can you do it? And I say yes, because I have a mechanic that we can do it. Then he said, I think that's the best thing, because as far as some people are here, they don't have vehicle to use, then you can go ahead. But at the same time, try to list with Sediba. This warrant, when I went out, I was trying to call Sediba. But list with Sediba, and I say yes. Okay, I go out. This also warrant, when he asked me, why don't you go to Sediba? That's why I couldn't go to Sediba instant, because I was rushing. As I said to my statement that I was running for something else. I was rushing to meet this person. That's why I couldn't meet Sediba. And I drive. He
Okay.
gave me, huh?
Okay, that's fine. You see, Sergeant, if I'm being honest to you, your story would make sense now. It makes more sense than the one you gave us before, when you were misleading the committee.
Okay.
You know, you agree that, right?
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. But that's the last time we will allow you to mislead us. You understand? The next time you utter any word that is contradictory to your statements, we are initiating contempt. I can assure you that.
But also I can say something, sir, if you allow me.
Please go ahead.
One thing you never experience, or one thing you never attempt. You cannot be correct every time. So, but I think the worst is when you rectify me and I refuse. Me, I don't refuse of anything that when you rectify me, I will come there to the point. I'm not saying I am perfect. I can't say everything correct.
That's fine.
But if you feel like I'm going to ask you to bring me back, I will come right to the point.
No problem. I will also put you to that task. I will do as you have said.
So after driving,
After driving where?
to meet this Lebanese guy, to, as I said, Ozombi, something like that. When I meet this guy, before he reached the hotel, there was these fellow people, they normally sat there and sold this cigarette and stuff like that. I met him parking his vehicle there. And I also parked the other side, crossed the road, and turned around, opened the front door, get inside the vehicle.
And then you transacted. He gave you money?
It was a Pajero.
He gave you money?
Before giving me money, he called and confirmed from the other Pajero whether I'm the one putting on uniform or not.
Okay.
The other fellow asked him, yes, give me the phone. Himself to give me the phone. And I picked the phone.
Yes.
The time he said to me, when you took the money and when the man left, call me. I give the phone back to the Lebanese guy. The Lebanese guy give me an envelope. But what contained in the envelope, I don't know. Because it was sealed. But I know it's money. But what it is, to be frank, I cannot tell. I don't know. Okay. When the guy left, I went inside my vehicle and I called him back. He said to me, one of my, whether his son or whatever, I said, one of my son, let me not try to even, one of my son, my wife's sick. He said, though I don't see the sick person. I don't see because I don't get inside. Go back to RBTH. When you reach at the gate, call me, which is I did. I drive. When I was coming, I meet my two colleagues. They are coming. I give them lift, and I drop one at the arch. The other one, he was supposed to go to headquarters, but I said to him, "I'm stopping at RBTH," and I dropped him. He went through the death house, and I called the same father. He called this guy. He claimed to be a father to him. The man came with a white shirt and I think Ascola cap with a
Okay, let me stop you there. So Mr. Dauda Fadera sent you on an error.
Yes.
A personal error.
Yes.
Right? But at the same time in that meeting you spoke about the vehicle control. But since you were in a rush to go and conduct the personal errand, you left without speaking to Mr. Sediba.
Yes.
Correct? All right. If perhaps the high table is interested in the rest of your story as you are narrating, you can continue with them. Okay, there is one.
Mr. Jan, thank you. I understand you collected money from a Lebanese, right, for a vehicle.
Okay.
Were you aware if a vehicle is handed over to that Lebanese in exchange of that money?
That one, I don't know. That's Quran, because that was the first day I met this Lebanese, and that was the last day I met him. That one, I don't know anything about that.
Now, what I'm saying, you went to meet him to collect money.
Money.
And the agreement was for a vehicle to be handed over to him. He was buying a vehicle, right? This is why you collected that money?
No.
So what was the purpose of the money?
No, not buying vehicle. As I said, is what he told me. That's why I said I don't see. The patient was lying down, but he said the wife was sick. He's at the hospital. When I got the money and I reached to RBTH, let me inform him. He will call one of his sons to meet me at the gate of RBTH, which is I did. When I reached there, I called him. He called one man, come up from the hospital. As I said, he was wearing a white shirt with Ascola cap with a jeans. I will not forget what this guy wearing. Because until I was proving it, I said, boy, Yangi so Yangi dressed so immaculately. I get this envelope, but I don't know what is how much content in that envelope. Hand it over to this very individual.
No, xam nga ñun suñ interest fuñ nekk. Xam nga xaalis nga jëli woon si hotel.
Wow.
Si loxo Libanese. Xaalis boo jëli woon. Xaalis bi pour jënd moto la ou
That
pour
one
la?
I cannot tell.
Finish.
I cannot tell.
Yes, please, if the record can reflect what the honorable member said in English.
He said he was.
Okay, that's fine. The honorable member will just repeat it for the record in English.
What I was saying, or what I was asking Mr. Jang was, since he was sent to go and receive money from a Lebanese, was the money meant to purchase a vehicle or not?
No, I cannot tell that it was because of but what he told me is the wife was sick, and this guy wanted to help him for money, and he sent me, and I took the money, give it to one of his son, because he is claiming that the guy is some, but I cannot attest to that. But I have the money to the past.
Not.
Okay. So after that day, 2 days later, is when you came in contact with Seriba.
If we say first contact, that one also it will bring a conversation because that was the first day. That was not the first day I contact with Seriba.
So you've met Mr. Seriba before?
Several occasions before that day ago.
And you have interacted before?
Exactly.
You have dealt with each other before?
That mean what?
Just anything. Have you had any personal or professional dealing?
Yes. We know before that very day.
Yes, but apart from just simply Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam, did you guys have work interrelating with your different units?
As I said to you on my statement, while I was at Yundum, we work indirectly because when we need vehicle, the authority normally write to him to help us a vehicle. And as far as I'm concerned, as a mechanic, the same thing, transport officer, they ask me to go and withdraw a vehicle from him, bring it to the army, we use it, then from there, I assign the driver to wash it and then take it back to him. That's why I say I was working with him indirectly.
Okay. 2 days later, after your call, in fact, your discussion with Sediba over the phone, when you went back, and by the way, that's the second time you misleaded the committee.
You see, sorry. You see,
when you went back to MSA, that's when
Sediba called
you, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the second time you've misled the committee. The committee, you told the committee first that you called him, he did not pick.
Yes.
And then 2 days later, he called you. That's your first narrative.
2 days later,
Let me learn.
Mm-hmm.
2 days later, he called you. And I remember asking you whether you wanted us to bring an interpreter, because when you say later, it can mean, it means that day. If you mean a different day, then you specify the time later. You know, later the next day. You know, but when you just say later in English, it connotes it's that same day. I turned to the honorable member, and the honorable member, since he understood what you were saying, I also understood, but the record needs to be clear, said that it's after 2 days that Sediba called you, and you confirmed. You confirmed this. Now you're telling us that Sediba called you that same day. Contradictory statements.
What I was talking to the honorable, and he was translating I was talking to Olaf, he was talking to
That's not the honorable member I'm talking about. I am talking about the honorable member, the very handsome honorable member in blue, with a woolly hat on, and a gold.
Somebody who worked with him must have a number.
You said you work with him indirectly.
He must have a number on that, because before I reach him, I have to call and ask whether I can come.
So, okay. Did he have your number?
Yes.
You had his number as well?
Yes.
Okay. You had communicated previously?
Exactly.
So when he called you, he did not ask who he was speaking to?
When he called
you
back to me?
Called you back. Did he say Jumalem? Who?
No, because he knows my number.
He knows your number.
Yeah.
And also, did he, when he called you, I'm sure you relayed to him your conversation with Dauda Fadera.
But these people.
Yes.
Yes.
And did he ask you what authority you had to be in MSA at that point?
He cannot ask because he fully knows why I am there.
You see, we'll come to that. Just answer the question. Did he ask you?
No.
He did not ask you?
No.
Did he seem perplexed as to why you want to cannibalize vehicles that were meant for?
No, we don't discuss through telephone, but he said to me, I will come there. This is why we stopped through telephone for that day.
Okay, he did not give you approval yet.
That very day.
Yes.
He like, to be frank, he don't say yes, he don't say no.
So he did not give you approval.
But he said to me that I will come there, we discuss about it.
So did he give you approval?
That very day, no.
No. So you didn't have approval,
That very day, no.
but you started vandalizing that very day.
Not actually vandalizing,
Sorry,
but
cannibalizing.
I start choosing the vehicle that I should do. Like, for example, I get 2 vehicles here from the one we took from people, and this one we meet at the auction place at government vehicle, and I park them aside until he come the following 2 days.
So when he came, had you cannibalized already?
I don't start, but I bring them from their position to
Be
another
careful, Mr. Jain. I told you I don't forget. Anything you've told me before today or another day, I remember. I'm going to ask you this question again.
Okay.
Did you start cannibalization at that time?
Yes, at first I moved them, I started.
No, not by moving them. By cannibalizing, by moving parts, not by moving the vehicles. Did you remove parts from vehicles meant for auction and put it into other vehicles?
Yes.
By the time Sediba came?
Before Sediba arrived.
You did, right?
I did.
So why now that you didn't start? Let's not have this. The moment you have this, I will be sending you email too.
No, but what you understand is, let me frank to you. Because I move this vehicle from their location, and then I don't place them there. And I bring them to my own destiny. Automatically, I already started through my own point of view. Because I think I leave them there, I don't take anything. That's what I not started. But as far as I move them from place to another, automatically I started.
Yeah. I think you want to keep us here. The question is very clear. He asked when did you start cannibalizing this vehicle? No, he didn't ask you when did you start moving this vehicle. The action that you did, nobody asked you. Just respond quickly and we go move ahead. No, but I'm moving from here. He did not ask you that.
Now, why you want to drag me? Because I already started. Because I already moved them.
Move ahead.
Huh?
What did you start?
No?
To what?
What is the cannibalize them?
You started off.
I also need to have things clear from him. Okay. What else cannibalize him? Because I can't give yes. He will just ask me, why you say this? I have to ask him to get something clear from him.
Witness, you not only this time, you said earlier that you started cannibalizing before Sediba comes. You said that earlier, not now. Again, you have confirmed that you have moved them and you have also started moving parts before Sediba comes.
Yes.
Is that your position? That's your position. You've said it twice.
I think just feels because I don't understand. Because me, like what I know of, like for example, you place this here, I place it, you place it there, and I come, no, when I say, Chief, I want to bring this in to make it. I'm moving already. I already started.
Okay. Sergeant, what is cannibalization?
I mentioned it here last time.
You did.
I didn't mention it.
You did. Please mention it again.
Okay, let me give an example. Like if you have two vehicles and they are all the same mark, like let's say Benz, they are all Benz. These other Benz, like for example, it just somersaulted. The body is dented, but the engine is good. This other one, the body is superb, but the engine has a problem. You remove this one, this other one which somersaulted, the engine moves it to this other one, the body is good. This I know as this thing, how to cannibalization. I don't know for you guys the way you judge it, but this way I know cannibalization.
So that's what we understand as cannibalization as well. But you see, when you're trying to play tricks here, you're playing a very smart game. And I'm very, Sergeant Jai, I will tell you that it's not lost, let me land, it's not lost on us, the council table and the high table, that you are a very smart individual. We know that. You are a very, very smart individual. That is not lost on us. And we are treating you as such. And if you think that you will have one over us, then perhaps you have another thing coming. But if you want to make it so meager to say that because you moved the two vehicles, that means you had already started tampering with them. But we know that we are talking about a different kind of tampering. We're talking about you going into the mechanics of the vehicle and removing parts meant for one vehicle and placing it in another. That's what we mean.
Yes.
Have you started that by the time
I started before Sediba arrived.
Thank you.
That's why, okay, Chief, what if we shift another language there? Because I don't want to have, because maybe the way you speak English and the way I speak English, it will bring confusion.
But it's not bringing, the thing is,
okay, now,
you want to the hard table as well.
let us try to go to the direct language that I can speak.
Which one is
before we have overlap
And
again.
which one is that?
Like, let's use Wolof.
We use Wolof.
Yes, please.
All right. Honorable Chair, the witness says he doesn't understand. I don't think I can do much about it. I cannot force him to speak in English. I cannot force him to understand English, so I'm of the view that we should get an interpreter.
But that's what I said exactly, Councillor. Earlier on I said we can still proceed with English where the witness did not understand your statement or he wanted to communicate something that he can communicate in the local language, then we can resort to the interpretation part. So what exactly did you want to say that you cannot say in English? You can say that in Wolof. Or if you don't hear Council what he is saying, then we can interpret that in the local language.
You know, I don't want to,
We will proceed with English. Okay? Just to tell you. We will proceed with English, but wherever you cannot understand, tell us you did not understand, and then we will resort to the local interpretation. Is that correct?
no, one thing I don't want to, I want you guys to understand one thing on me. I don't want to, like, say something that you think I'm hiding, or I'm trying to cover up, or I want to tell lie.
No.
Because I'm coming, because one thing, maybe like, the way I speak English and the way I analyze it, and the way you speak and the way you analyze it, it will be different. So don't get confusion, which is I don't want.
That's what I said. I said, wherever you think we don't understand what you are saying, tell us, I wanted to say this in the local language. Then we will resort to that. That's what I said, okay?
I'm just appealing to the
Sergeant.
chair, because yes,
Just help us.
Chair.
This one.
as a victim to use.
I think we are at a deadlock.
I don't have a problem.
If all we don't,
All right,
I don't think we can.
That's fine. That's
We
fine.
need to get an interpreter.
Perfect. Let's go ahead. Interpretation is still available. Mr. Fai is around. Mr. Fai is around, so we can.
Of 5 minutes again, please.
Is there. You have not deadlocked with him. You understand.
And were you taking record of these things?
ñoo la laaj pour nga mën a wax committee bi yan façon moto nga jëloon ak lan nga fa génne ak ban waxtu nga ko génne si machine bi. c'est-à-dire ndee nga li ma la wax.
Nga ne?
Did you hear that?
Dégg nga li ma wax.
committee bi def ñu ngi laa laaj ban façon moto nga génne ak loo fa génnee si machine yi ak ban waxtu da li fa génnee tam def record nga ko bind nga ko.
waaw moto yi am nga last time laajte na ma ne ko ne am naa ko ma dee bindal mooy.
The vehicles, the last time I asked, and I have somebody who will put down the records of what were removed from the vehicles.
Momoneka, that lamin way so.
Monica?
Wow, Muti, I have not sent Marty, Yene Pajodal,
Cancel.
Yene Picobla.
I know the marks of the vehicles. Some are Pajeros, some are pickups. But pickups, what brand? Pickups brand for some.
Sorry, don't ask questions. Don't.
Cancel.
On
Yes.
pickups, yeah.
Can I just come in?
Yes, please.
At this point, I want to adjourn the meeting for our normal break, lunch break and prayers, and we can come back at 3 o'clock, okay? Then we can proceed.
Can we do 2:30, Honorable Chair?
No, 2:30 is not- no, 3 o'clock is fine. 3 is fine.
Okay.
3 o'clock, yeah. 3 o'clock we can proceed, please. Okay, meeting is adjourned for now. Until 3 o'clock, we can proceed.